Hi mommies, this is Tanya, Noor's mom. So today I'm going to be speaking to you all about baby footwear or shoes. What is the right age for your baby to wear shoes? What should you look for while buying a shoe for your baby? And how to buy a shoe. So, as per the American Academy of Pediatrics and even podiatrists are people who are experts in feet. A baby should only start wearing shoes once he has started independent walking, once he has become a confident walker and he is walking effortlessly at home indoors and he is ready to step out. So before your baby is an independent walker, before he starts walking effortlessly at home, it is advised to let your baby be barefoot or without shoes as much as possible. So baby feet are very soft and tender, and the bones in the baby feet are not well formed. Baby feet are mostly made of cartilage and the bones begin to develop by the time they're 8 years of age. Also, babies are flat footed from birth and they don't have arches. So these arches, they begin to develop from 16 months, and by the time they're 6 to 8 years of age, those arches then fully develop as the baby's bones also properly develop. So being barefoot is very important, because when the baby is barefoot, he can actually feel the ground beneath him, and that feeling helps him develop balance, strength, coordination, stability. It also helps in developing the arch strength and ankle strength, and overall helps the baby's foot develop naturally, and that is how we want it. So it is best for your baby to remain barefoot as much as he can while he is walking, and only you should start shoes when your baby has become an independent and confident walker. So what is the purpose of shoes? The shoes only serve a very simple purpose. They offer protection from any external elements like pebbles, stones, or any dangerous items like glass or anything or as such, or during winters when it's cold. So before your baby starts walking, please ensure that your indoors or your house is absolutely safe. There are no such dangerous elements for the baby, and if it's too cold, you can make him wear socks or even anti-slip or skid socks, and that will serve the purpose, that will serve the protection purpose. But shoes only when outside and only when the baby is confident in wearing them and walking in them. Of course, there are also exceptions. So if your baby is small and you want to get a photo shoot done and you've decided like a full outfit with matching shoes, so you can make the baby wear shoes on that occasion. Or if you're going out and you want your baby to wear a particular outfit, that's fine occasionally. But just remember, don't let your baby be in shoes for a very long period of time, as it can really hamper their feet development. Now, when I say that you should make your baby wear shoes when he has started walking, it doesn't mean that you make him wear shoes the minute he starts taking his first steps. No, you need to first let him learn to be an independent walker, an effortless walker at home. And then once he does that, only then you start with shoes. But if he has already started taking some steps but he's not very confident, and you need to step out somewhere, and wherever you're going you will be putting the baby down on his 2 feet, then the only kind of shoes that I would recommend are the shoes. They are very soft and flexible, and they actually act just like a protective layer on your baby, and the baby can still feel the ground beneath. So you can use these if you want to, but avoid any kind of shoes till the baby becomes an independent walker, at least indoors. And also, when the baby does become an independent walker at home, then it is very important that you make him practice with whatever shoes that you are going to buy for him for at least a week, so that he is comfortable with shoes. So babies don't accept wearing shoes very easily. Most babies don't. So give them some practice at home, let them be comfortable with the shoe, let them experience how it feels to walk in something, and then only take them outdoors. Otherwise you will have a lot of falling episodes. With so many shoes available in the market, so many types, so many shapes, so many sizes, what shoe should you actually start from? So I will show you what shoe I use for Noor to start her walking journey. These are the Crocs sandals. Now they have velcro straps, so it is advised that whenever you are starting, you should start with sandals or floaters that have velcro straps or even buckle straps, anything that properly grips the foot. As you can see that there is a grip here, it grips the middle foot, front of the foot and the heel, because when the baby's foot is gripped properly, then the baby can have better balance, strength and coordination. So whenever you're buying or starting, the shoe that you should look for your baby is preferably a sandal. You can even make your baby wear socks with it, you know, if it is winters. And some of the things that you should look for while buying your baby's shoe is that number one, it should be lightweight. It shouldn't be very heavy. It should have a rubber sole, which is preferably anti-skid, and it should be a flat sole. There shouldn't be a heel here. Basically this should be a straight line, as you can see here. Then the shoe should be flexible, absolutely flexible, so that the baby can have all kinds of movement in it. It should be made of a breathable fabric. So it can be either made of cotton, canvas, leather, or even the specialized rubber. Avoid plastic. Then your baby's first shoe or any shoe should be very, very comfortable. Comfortable in the sense that number one, the material should be soft enough that it doesn't continuously touch the baby and cause a shoe bite or a blister. It should have smooth edges, not rough edges. Then baby should have enough room to wiggle his toes. So there should be enough room that the baby can wiggle his toes like this. There should be at least 1 centimeter gap from here whenever you're buying. Most important thing is a heel counter. So baby should have something behind their heel to support their heel. So like you see here, this strap is there. We don't want it to be empty. So this heel support is very, very, very important for your baby's shoe. And the shoe should follow the natural shape of the foot. So what is the natural shape of the foot? The foot is such that it is wider here in the top and it is narrow at the bottom. So that is why these velcro straps work. You can easily see, can you see how it looks like a foot? Wider here, narrow here. So the baby's shoe should match the actual and natural shape of the foot. Also when buying, look for comfort over looks, because at the end of the day your baby will be in this or your toddler will be in this, and if you buy a wrong shoe, it can lead to a lot of problems and even their feet development in the long run. Also a baby's shoe fit is very, very important. Like I told you, it shouldn't be very big or very small, because if the baby's shoe is small, then obviously it will be very tight for the baby and he'll have shoe bites and difficulty walking. If it's too loose, then the baby will have to, you know, wriggle his toes, basically scrunch his toes like this while walking in order to maintain that grip. So that will also hamper development. So like I said, whenever you are buying, ensure there is room for the baby to wiggle the toes. There is a little gap here. And if you're buying a covered shoe, then you should be able to press and see if you can feel the toe, and there should be some gap here. You know, just like we do it for adults while buying, we always take our thumb and press and see if there is space here for the toes to wiggle. You've got to follow the same things while buying a shoe for your baby as well. So once your baby is comfortable walking both indoors and outdoors in sandals like these, then after a few months, 3-4 months, you can go and buy more shoes. But whatever shoes you're buying, please ensure they either have laces or velcro straps or buckles, so that they can be tightened and can be made to fit around the baby's shoe and have a proper grip, right? Best is to make baby wear lace shoes whenever they're going outside, and those laces should go right up till the ankle so that there is proper ankle support as well. Now, how to measure your baby's foot, or which size of shoe should I buy for my baby? So it is preferred that you should take your baby to a foot store in the market to get his first shoe or get his foot length measured. But I know, with COVID times and everything, we are avoiding all of it. So if that's the case, you can also buy online. So how you need to measure your baby's foot length is that number one, you should always measure your baby's foot length when he's standing, because when we stand, the length of our feet increase. So make your baby stand on a piece of paper and you've got to take measurements. So say this is your baby's foot. You've got to measure the mark which is the longest. So it is not necessary that the baby's big toe will be the longest. Sometimes other toes are longer than the big toe. So mark that area which is the longest and mark the heel area. And then let your baby out of the paper and measure that in inches or centimeter. And accordingly you can buy a shoe for your baby. Also, if you are going to be buying a shoe that the baby will only wear with socks, then you should measure the baby's foot with socks on. So say your baby's foot length is around 13.5 centimeters, right? So then don't buy something which is 13 centimeters. Buy something which is greater than their baby's foot length. Say 14 centimeters. That is because till 4 years of age, babies or toddlers' feet, they grow every 2 to 3 months. So there is no point buying a size smaller, because they end up outgrowing them anyways. And also it's best not to buy too many baby shoes. I know they're very attractive and we want to buy them in all colors, but avoid that because your baby is going to soon outgrow them in a month or two. So stick to just 1 or 2 pairs, one at home, one for walks, and one for good party occasion and those kind of shoes. Also, sometimes these baby footwear brands, they list baby shoes by age, 12 to 18 months, 18 to 24 months, 2 to 3 years. So please don't go by that categories. I'll tell you why. So these are Noor's Crocs, like I told you. The brand is Crocs, size is C6, Euro is 22 to 23. So as per them, the age group for these shoes are 2.5 to 3 years, and Noor is just was 13 months when I actually bought this. So please don't go by the age, you will be fooled, and usually these products are not returnable. So best to measure your baby's foot length from the biggest toe till the heel while the baby is standing, and you'll be good to go. Also, it's advised to always buy new shoes for your baby, because whenever we wear shoes or our babies wear shoes, the shoe basically gets molded according to the baby's foot. So if we take a second hand shoe or a shoe that has been used by some baby for a particular period of time, then that shoe has been molded according to that baby's foot. So it won't be of any use. So it's always preferred to buy a new shoe. That is why I'm saying don't buy too many of them, because you'll end up wasting money. Some of the places from where you can buy shoes are H&M, then Crocs for sandals, First Cry, and Bata has bubble gummers, Liberty. So all of these brands are where you can find good baby footwear that is comfortable and light. Last topic that I want to touch upon is that how do you know that you need to change your baby's size, or this is not the right shoe for your baby. So if you see that your baby's feet are having blisters or shoe bites, or they have discolored toes, the toes are turning black, or whenever the baby removes shoes, there are red marks on the baby's foot near the toes or behind the heels, then all of these are indications that either the shoe is not suiting your baby or you need to go up a size. So this was all about baby shoes, and I hope my video was helpful. Keep writing, keep suggesting topic. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.